October 23rd. It is almost 5 p.m. and we're still at it, as you can tell or hear by the winds. We've had these, it's damn flipped my hammock and everything else. But we've had these winds ever since my last update. But there you go, Hex marks the spot. All I can say is heads up, folks, in the next 12 hours, because I think they're gonna really crack some shit loose. Well, it's May 21st, I think, and I have been out harvesting red clover and broadleaf plantain, and we have a lot of visitors today while I'm doing this. Look at them all, and they're just not worried about being around anybody at all. They're just doing their business. They love the comfrey. Another good reason to grow comfrey. They love the blossoms on the comfrey. And the next thing I know, I'm like in one of the lower rooms of this house, and it's dark, and this woman, this very tall, thin woman, is up there, and she said, "This is what we're trying to protect." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And she says, "We're bringing them back." And I'm thinking, bringing who back? And I'm thinking, okay, are they talking about some kind of strange reincarnation thing? Oh, no, no, that's not what they were talking about at all. They were, and I was seeing kind of the process of what they were doing, and they were literally bringing those back that had died before in their literal form as they were. We're talking about some type of crazy, resurrection type thing. And I'm thinking, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. And I guess it all depends who you're bringing back. Um, so I'm just basically working with scrap. And again, if anybody has any ideas, that would be great. I mean, like I said, I am not a builder. I've never constructed anything, not even as much as a doghouse in my life, until I started working on my little project down over here.
Wow, Dad he took Danielle home and he's on his way home and I can't even see across the field. We're having a severe thunderstorm warning and down there kind of where Danielle is, it said he would take cover. So it just wasn't doing this 5 minutes ago when I took Judy outside. You hear it? Wow, TV's going off.
Another big storm came through this evening. Lots of tree limbs down. But we got the rainbow. Very pretty. But when you come across these thorns, like one right now is stuck in my boot, yes, this is what is called a fairy clearing. It's a hedge between two lands. And this land just happens to be protected. Okay, it's June 8th, I think. I don't know. Anyway, last night we picked up another 2 inches of rain, but I wanted to show you inside the small building working on. Got some insulation put up the other day, so that's coming along real nicely. Still have this wall to do. Hauled some wood out here. You can kind of see my pile I'm working at. And then, of course I put in the windows there. And I left these 2 areas that screen there, the screen on the bottom, because I wanted to have some airflow this time of year. In the wintertime, I'll shut that off. But then I also, yesterday before the rain came in, mixed up some cob. I don't know if you can see it here, but I laid it out. I was just trying to get my consistency right. But we're dealing with like 100% humidity. And after just laying this small portion yesterday, you can tell it's already setting up real nice. This is a snippet of an historical overview of the whereabouts of gnomes, elves, fauns, fairies, goblins, orcs, trolls, and bogies, nymphs, sprites, dryads, past and present by Buck Young. It has been restricted in content because of time, so please read the description below. A long, long time ago, the earth belonged to the creatures of the wood. By creatures of the wood, I mean gnomes, elves, fairies, etc. They tended it and took care of it, played in it, danced and sang in it, cared for wounded animals, worked out disputes between species, sat on mushrooms discussing matters of importance, and drinking Labrador tea, rolled down streams on leaves and bark, parachuted from trees on dandelion seeds. This was the world into which mankind was born. These early days, when man was but a newly arrived dinner guest who hadn't yet taken over the house, are fairly well documented in literature and folklore of the world, so there's no need to go into it here. What I'm interested in, and what you should be interested in, is this question: where did all the gnomes, elves, fairies, etc. go? Yep, green sky. Green sky. Tornado warned area northwest of me. Well, that's about what I've been up to. Just wild harvesting, and we went through days and days of really intense heat, and we got about 36 more hours to go till we get a little bit of a break. Hey guys, out here on a Saturday afternoon, just looking around, and yeah, just checking a few things out, seeing what's going on, getting away from the dogs. This little dude's eyes, like, follow me around everywhere, any which direction I go. Really, really strange. Okay. That sounded like a really bad toilet. Strange sounds again. I don't know, but something weird. I'm out of here. Second time, well, the third time, I took the resin, the ball, same size, and I put it in a pipe, smoked a little bit of it. Did not like that at all. Almost immediately, I felt kind of a kerthunk in my chest. I didn't like it. Made my chest really heavy. I didn't like that feeling. I felt like I really just wanted to lay down and go to sleep, and I don't like feeling tired, especially in the middle of the day, but that's why I'm testing it in the middle of the day, so I'm not tired when I take it. Again, pain effects about the same, so yeah, I don't like the smoking effect. It just had some negative effects with me, and that's why I like to use myself as a guinea pig, because I'm really hypersensitive to things. Okay, this is like take 3. It's getting to the end of my day, and I have been eaten up by ticks for the last few months, and now I know we're not quite into June yet, but it's Memorial Weekend, and I've been eaten up by chiggers. But this is what I'm doing up top here of the building, and all different hays and straws. Even with the high winds, it's holding up really good. Just I put some plants up there that, yeah, you can see it's turning out pretty well. It's holding. back because even though it's lined, this really has a weird effect because if you look back this way, it looks like a big old long snake. So that's different. That was not intentional, it just turned out that way. Hey, Bobo. And then I came out here and I have, where I planted the daffodils, I have been putting up some little bits of cut down little tiny trees, kind of giving it a little bit of a backing, and things will be growing up along that over the summer. But this is what I've been working on. Got out here, accomplished a lot. Got the rock put in to our little reflecting pool pond area. Put the pallet down. As you can see, the cats are lounging on the little bridge. I had an old daybed frame. I took the frame, so it is the backing behind our little bridge. And so next, when things further on down the line, we'll get this filled up with water. We're going to put a little pump in there, water pump. So we'll have a little bit of water action going on. Look, look. I don't know if you can see them, but they're flying around. So here we go. Okay, I was trying to block the glaring sun behind me, and in the process, I spilled wild lettuce tincture right in my lap. So this is going to be a wet presentation, but here's the wild lettuce, so let's try it out. Good. Not too strong, but an earthy taste. I like it. That turned out well. Just don't spill it on yourself like I did. Now that's dragonflies and dragonflies. Just everywhere. Let's walk down just a little bit further. You can see they'll just kind of follow you along. But this is where all the dragonflies live. And there's a bunch of them. Alright. Dragonflies. We're gonna watch the bats. The bats. The bats. The bats above Smollett Cave, out doing their job tonight. Okay, I got this on my head to try to block the sun, but excuse the video, but I'm kind of working from a iPad that where the entire front of it is like shattered. I have a thing with shattering glass, don't ask me why. But I'm going to show you a few video clips from the 8th level of hell, and then we are going to get into the rest of our wild lettuce. So stay tuned. Well, welcome to the 8th level of hell. Crunch, 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 crunch. If you happen to be walking through the woods or anything in the 8th level of hell, I've been watching the leaves falling off the trees, but watch where you step. Make sure to look up. Look out for those sycamores and old oaks, because if you don't, you're liable to get bonked in the head because the limbs are coming down out of the trees. Yep, that'd be the undies at the top of the maypole. Rather fitting, I would say, since it's been too hot to wear clothes since the middle of May. Don't forget to leave the berries out for the little wee folk, because they're the ones that make the fairy lilies bloom. It's so hot. You'd think you're getting a breeze, but all you feel is the hot air coming in off the field. Yes, even here in hell we have beverages. And today we have homemade elderberry wine. It almost makes it worth it. It's a very, very good. What is this? Dude, why are you trying to eat my hammock? You know, a few years ago, there was somebody that told me that I would be the perfect person to be on this TV show thing called Naked and Afraid. Let me tell you something. I'm not naked and afraid. I am naked and fried. Not Kentucky fried, but Missouri fried. And I was talking to a friend of mine on the phone last week, and she was like, you know, most people don't get to experience what you do. You're out there and you're so in touch with nature. If that's true, let me tell you, nature is pissed off. Now back to wild lettuce.